ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to StevoTube 2007. Before I start on this video, it might be just a good idea to give you guys a bit of background on 750 Formula and effectively what we're doing and how long we've been around. So 750 Formula was first initiated in 1949. It is the oldest continually run formula in the world. It's 1 year older than Formula One. Many famous names have come through the formula before heading into car design and build and Formula One, including Colin Chapman of Lotus, Gordon Murray, McLaren, Adrian Reynard from Reynard, and Eric Broadley, who designed the Ford GT40. So we've got a very rich history with this formula, and the cars have been developed along the years, starting from Austin 7 based chassis with the Austin 7 side valve engines, moving on into Reliant 850, and finally to where we are today into the Fiat 1100 fire engine. Great racing cars. They're lightweight, they're slicks, they're wings these days, and we have an awful lot of fun out there, and the interest is growing again for our formula, and we just like to continue to build on what we've achieved so far and keep ourselves going. So that's just a quick introduction on 750 Formula. It runs under the banner of the 750 Motor Club, by the way. There are plenty of videos and stuff on YouTube. My channel has plenty of my onboard antics out there on the circuit, so please enjoy those if you have the time. Anyway, we will get cracking with this video. Cheers. So let's get on with this. So today's task is going to be to fit the sequential box back into the car. Last video we did the engine install, and that went reasonably well. There were a few minor headaches, but nothing too major. So the plan today is to get the sequential Mk5B box into the car, and hopefully we could do that without too much trouble. So as usual, I'm going to stick you on a time lapse, and let's see how quick that takes, right? Okay, catch you in a bit. Cheers. Well, I've got to say, I said that would be easy, but it wasn't. The adapter plate is definitely just fractionally not in the same position as it was with the old one, and so it was very hard to line up the bolt holes. I've got a couple more at the back of the gearbox to do, but ultimately we're there. I'll just quickly flip you around. So the gearbox is in, bolted up to the adapter plate at the front. We can see down there I've just got the two bolt holes at the back there to bolt in. Got to get the shifter mechanism on, and then what we'll have to do is bleed through the clutch system, because it's a hydraulic clutch nose on this, which is inside the bell housing of the gearbox. So I've got to get these cables tightened up. They go through the bulkhead, and then once that's all in and the prop shaft is back on, that's all that done. And then we can concentrate on what's left to do. The remaining bits are going to be, I need to sort out the cooling a bit, because because I need to just get this running a little bit cooler. It doesn't run really hot. It sits quite happily about 75 on circuit, so that's pretty good, to be honest. It used to sit much higher than that. But I've got another radiator up here that I'd like to put in, a bigger Colex radiator here, bigger core, so that'll be nice to get that in. And I'll probably mess around with a little bit of ducting in behind the radiator here to get the airflow out quicker, to try and keep it a bit cooler in there. But yeah, on the whole, that's been another mission. The time lapse will make it look like it took about 20 seconds, but it probably took 2 hours to get that gearbox in, and normally it's a 30-minute job. So very frustrating. It's in there. I need to have a little bit of a mess around with it just to make sure I'm happy with where everything is lining up and that the mechanism is all good, and then we'll be good to go. So I will bring you back next time when we will start to look at the cooling. I'll get the rest of the gearbox in, start to look at the cooling, and yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. SteveOTube 2007. Please subscribe and like. Thumbs down if you don't like. It's always a good way to improve the content and what I'm doing here. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch it, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.